Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie, and this is day one of the 2020 Advent Whiskey Tournament.
Throughout the first round of the tournament, each day will feature two head-to-head blind matchups. And today's matchup features our number 1 seed, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch B520, versus our number 32 seed, Four Roses Yellow Label.
Oh, Four Roses. I feel sad for her.
Maybe it won't be a bloodbath.
It will be. I think the colors might give this one away, Phil.
I think you're right. I'm starting with the lighter one in color.
Oh, caramels. Oh, it's delicious.
It's really good.
I'll pretend like I'm not sure which one this is, but she's so good.
Just keep paying it compliments so that it won't feel so bad after the competition is over.
It will get harder the longer that we go, just because we won't know exactly what they are. So this really is difficult for me, especially pretty much knowing which one I'm drinking. But this one, definitely low proof, easy drinker. If it's the Four Roses, it's pretty much the one that I go to all the time. The caramels, everything's so flavorful. But on the other one, it's just way more complex, and the flavor lasts so much longer. Just delicious, coats the tongue. I know, it's just, yeah. I don't want to disqualify. We're only on day one. I don't want to disqualify already.
I will say this, that even after returning to Glass A after Glass B, it still provides flavor. The vanilla and the caramel are still there. This is obviously our 80 proofer, and it's very good, but our 127 proofer is so complex. Has this powerful nose, this beautiful palate. If it's the Elijah Craig, it spends between 9 and 12 years in the barrel. There's no substitute for that kind of flavor. There's
a lot of them that I probably won't be able to tell right off the bat which is which, but this one, obviously, we can. So I have to be super objective in this one because everything in me wants to be like, oh, let's go with this one, because I really do genuinely love Four Roses.
In this instance, we're basically pitting one of Heaven Hill's flagship products against Four Roses' most basic offering. That's just how the seeding worked out this time around.
You got it?
Yeah, I think I've got a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a winner?
Thinking long term, I definitely have a winner. So I'll be honest, like the first sip, I really wanted to say the glass on the right, just from the first sip. But then of course, the more that you drink them, for me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, Glass 2. Glass 2 is A is Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch B520. Four Roses, we love you. You'll go back to being Julie's daily sipper. So that means that on our wall of champions, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof goes back to its top spot at the top of the shelf, and Four Roses will now be relegated to
my stomach.
to the loser's bracket down here. We're not actually doing a loser's bracket, but we want to make sure that we're highlighting the bottles that have moved on. Decision made. We have our first winner on day one, and we're going to set up for round 2 with our next 2 competitors, and we'll be right back.
And we're back for our second tasting of the day.
That's right. This is our 16 seed versus our number 17 overall seed. The winner of this matchup will face off against Elijah Craig Barrel Proof in the second round.
All right, let's get to it.
Let's do it.
So I haven't had either of these since probably early summer. So I'm interested.
The number 4 seed in each bracket is a wheated bourbon, and that's exactly what we've got here. And this is a traditional bourbon here, the Wilderness Trail.
Right off the bat, I like the Glass B. I think it's Glass B on the left. Actually, I don't know what glass it is because we've mixed it.
Glass 2, yeah.
Glass 2.
Glass 2, I think it's got more on the nose, just smell-wise and ethanol-wise. It seems to be the hotter of the two.
Ooh, that is really good.
Wow. Yeah, glass number 1 is... Wow. The Weller is the Antique 107, obviously 107 proof, and the Wilderness Trail is also 100 proof, so they're not that far off. I don't know that we would really even recognize a difference. Yeah, these both have caramel, vanilla.
If I was going by just recollection, I would think that the second glass is probably this one, but for me it drinks a lot hotter than the glass on the right.
Mm-hmm. There's definitely...
I like that I'm just trying to guess what they are. Like, I know it's so supposed to be a surprise, and I haven't had these in so long, but...
Don't let emotion become a part of it.
I know. The second sip is good on this one, though.
Yeah, the second glass, I'm getting grassy notes, maybe a floral note there. The first glass to me seems more like straight ahead bourbon flavors. Definitely more rye in the mash, I would say. Even though it's not spicy, just the balance of flavors strikes me as a more traditional bourbon. Not that either one of these isn't traditional. That's probably not the right word to use.
They're both really good. And it's funny because I didn't really like the Wilderness Trail the first time I had it. I know you loved it.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, maybe I've just been drinking a lot of whiskey during the pandemic or whatever, but
I didn't notice. In all honesty, I really do like both of the bourbons that are on the table right now, both when I'm drinking them regularly and also right now. I mean, we're gonna have more really good matchups, I'm sure, but right off the bat, we're lucking out with some really, really good bourbon.
Well, and what seeds were these, 16 and 17?
Mm-hmm.
So for being 16 and 17, obviously they're supposed to be pretty equally matched, and they really are. They taste obviously different, but they're delicious and they're pretty close, and it's actually really hard to make a decision. And I'm trying not to let my previous point of views get in the way, which we've already talked about being objective, though I suppose being a whiskey drinker is...
You get your favorites, that's for sure.
They're so different, but they're so good. I don't want to eliminate any of them. Oh no.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough. I actually do think that I've got a winner here, and I'm actually really excited to find out which one is which because, like we keep saying, these are both terrific bottles. I'm excited to find out who wins. Do you have a winner?
I need to have another moment with them.
Okay, let's take another second or two.
Because I'm just not.
If we have to finish these glasses to get to the bottom of it, so
well, I'm almost
be it.
done already. It's not.
That's the trouble I ran into with glass number one. I almost finished it right off the bat. It was so good.
I'm doing that weird thing where I'm like.
That's all right. There's nothing wrong. There's no wrong way to taste your bourbon. I mean, there's probably wrong ways, but there's nothing wrong with that way.
Crap! I thought this was gonna be easier.
You really love Weller.
I do.
We both really love Weller.
And I thought this was gonna be an
Everybody
easy matchup for me.
Every bourbon hits every palate differently. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's delicious, and it actually probably is better that I don't know what I'm drinking because I'm more open-minded.
There you go. That's the spirit. All right, one more sip of each of these, and we'll make a decision.
I don't know what to do. I'm in a panic.
That last sip of glass two was really nice.
All right, I think I got it.
I have my choice. Let me take one more. Yeah, I have my choice.
I'm gonna be honest. I had a sip of one. Mm-hmm. Right off the bat, I was like, that's it. I don't even need to taste the second glass.
Yeah.
Tasted the second glass. I was like, meh. And then I tasted the second glass again and again, and it was so good. Mm-hmm. But I will say, I mean, I know we didn't have full glasses here, but like the more I drank, at the very end, I was kind of like, but I still loved this one. So for me, moving forward, I'm moving forward with glass one.
I'm actually really surprised to hear you say that, but the way that you describe the way you describe it is exactly how I felt. Glass one right off the bat it tasted like a winner. The caramel, the vanilla, the oak notes. This is a really strong bourbon. Whichever one this is really nice. Mm-hmm. And the second one at first paled in comparison, but the more you drink it,
delicious.
It's gaining on glass one.
Oh my gosh, my head kind of like exploded a bit because I don't know. I mean, obviously I don't know which either of these are, but yeah.
But yeah, glass two has been gaining on glass one. It's leveled off now, and I can say with 100% certainty that the one that I'm choosing here is glass number one.
Hey, 2 for 2! Woo! All right. Oh,
Let's find out which one this is. This is A.
I got A still. I didn't mess them up.
That's great.
It's not the 107. Is it Wilderness?
It's Wilderness Trail. Well,
shoot!
I think that
that's
what
hilarious.
we learned here is that the seeding worked. This was a difficult choice. We did a wheated bourbon tasting this summer, and we put a bunch of stuff in a tasting, and Weller topped both of our lists, this and the Special Reserve. So
oh my gosh.
To see this bottle disappear
it's sad.
From the tournament in the first round is a little shocking to both of us.
Wilderness
Trail goes back on the shelf.
I'm so
Look
sad.
At this.
I'm so sad. Which I guess should be a surprise because everything we've seen from people out there, you guys, people love Wilderness Trail. So.
Wilderness Trail is very good, but it's not beloved the way that Weller is.
I'm gonna say the first seed, 1 against 32. Pretty simple. These middle ones, tricky.
We're gonna have a lot of these brackets down the road. This was day one, and already our minds are blown.
Hey, but 2 for 2 on the bracket.
How about that? We're tied at the moment. Well, this has been all sorts of fun, and I can't wait to see what day 2 and the rest of this tournament holds for us. So from wherever we are
to wherever you are, happy day 1. That didn't have anything in it, because I drank them all.